Welcome to this video where I'm going to explain and demonstrate how I teach the wise man and the foolish man, which is based on one of the teachings of Jesus Christ in the New Testament, and then he repeated it when he visited the Nephites in the Book of Mormon. So this is one that in the children's songbook that actually it's quite a unique one. They actually give you indications of what actions you should do. So you probably have done this one. It's one that is done quite often, but just in case, I'm going to demonstrate it for you. So we have the wise man and the foolish man. The wise man built his house on the rock, and the foolish man built his house on the sand. So very much repeated actions. So the wise man built his house upon the rock. So just it's building and we're on the solid foundation. The wise man built his house upon rock. And then the rains came tumbling down. So you just do this rain with your fingers. The rain came down and the floods came up. The rain came down and the flood came up. The rain came down and the floods came up, and the house on the rock stood firm. So we're going to do this nice firm movement. Then for the foolish man, so he built his house upon the sand. So you're just indicating the sandy area. And then we're going to have the same thing, the rain's coming down, the floods comes up, etc. And then at the end, the house on the sand washed away. So you just have this washing away movement. So it's again the sand movement, but now it's washed away completely. So this is one that we include in my kind of list of songs for the fun songs each week. I've got if you have a look at, I think the very first video I did about primary singing time, and I explained how I do like start with the fun song every week, and I've got an app on my phone which has a wheel, a random spinning wheel, and so yeah, this is one of them that I have, so we sing it from time to time. It's got nice actions, the kids enjoy it. But yeah, how important, especially if we then look at like Helaman chapter 5 verse 12, we need to build upon the rock, which is Jesus Christ. So to link the rock to Jesus Christ and make sure that our children are understanding this isn't just a nice story about someone who built their house on a rock or on the sand, because we're probably never going to build houses ourselves, but we need to center our lives on Jesus Christ, and then we will be able to withstand the storms that come.